Guys, what's happening? It's Mike's Turtle Dragon channel, and I just finished reading Marvel Swimsuit Special. This is the cover I picked out for it. It is a gatefold cover, and as you'll see, this is what the whole cover looks like when you open it up. This little section here is pretty fun. You have Rogue beside Captain Marvel. I don't know how many know this, but Rogue, her power of flight and her super strength all come from Captain Marvel. She took her powers away from her, or she acquired her powers from touching her, and somehow or another, I don't remember exact reasons, but her super strength and flight stuck with Rogue, so that's why she has flight and super strength. And as you can see, Rogue is kind of doing the I'm not touching you, and Captain Marvel sitting here looking pretty annoyed. So that's kind of a fun callback. But this is the swimsuit special that they came out with this year. First time they've had one of these in quite a while. And this one is very different. And this one, I was surprised to see this. It actually tells a story. And what the overall story is the evil corporation in Marvel, Roxanne, is doing their own swimsuit issue with AI images of our heroes. As you can see right here, one of the things that the Wasp talks about, she goes, "This AI is terrible. Why do I have 12 fingers?" So basically, the Avengers decide, hey, why don't we just put out our own swimsuit issue, and we will take all the hype away from the Roxanne one, and we'll basically steal their thunder, so to speak. So then they go off on a recruitment drive, and throughout the issue, we see them approaching different characters throughout the Marvel Universe and wanting them to make, take some shots with them, or so to speak, or what have you. But here's some of the first ones with the X-Men. And as you can see, a lot of them are really, they're not, I call it risque. They're not incredibly risque. They're very tactful, so to speak. This is just fun right here. Then they run into the Fantastic Four. And then here, this is one with Spider-Man and Black Cat. So you got some, does have an element of sexy to it. And then conversely, you've got this one right here with the Fantastic Four. So kind of a wholesome type of picture. And then they're in the Savage Land, of course. But all things considered, it's a very fun issue. Mostly it's a real good combination of pinups and story, which is what none of the other swimsuit editions that Marvel had put out had was any story. They did this great bit right here, this callback to the infamous shot of Punisher wearing a thong with a skull covering his junk, and he says right here, I thought this was funny, "I thought I'd never have to use this thing again." And he has a flashback of the infamous image of him in that one Marvel Swimsuit special. So just a very fun issue, very lighthearted, some really cool pinups. And then the most surprising thing at the end of it is, that's it for this year's edition. Write in at our email if you want to see this return next summer. And then they also recommend checking out the original swimsuit specials, looking for them at your comic book shop next time you're in there. But I really enjoyed this. I thought it was very fun. you know, very lighthearted book. You know, just kind of a little silly one shot, so to speak. But nowhere near as cheesecakey as some of the other ones have been, but still a very solid, I guess you would call it a very solid addition to the Marvel Swimsuit Special lineage. So if you see it in your shop, give it a check, you know, check it out, pick it up. I'm sure each person's shop ordered quite a few, so there's a really good chance there's still some on the rack for you next time when you come in. And if not, you know, keep an eye on your back issue boxes. I'm sure they'll turn up there as well. So that is it. Till next time, you guys take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.